Hello everyone, welcome back to me, myself and Ifa here, and today I'm doing a random Q&A dilemma type style video. So I put on my Snapchat like a week ago, every random questions, random dilemmas, random would you rathers, and I'll just answer them. So to start with, someone said, what do you do if your boyfriend gets obese? I feel like people these days, because we're trying to be PC and accepting of like everything and everyone to be body confident, whether you're like size 10 or a size 50, that's all good. But obesity isn't good. Obesity is actually an illness. It's one of the main causes of cancer. There was like an advert on it and people were saying, oh my gosh, like how can you say this? It's because it's true. It's not a healthy state to be in. So if my boyfriend is getting obese, I'll probably start like more chilled, more, you know, maybe shouldn't eat this, maybe shouldn't eat that. But if he kind of was always getting aggy whenever I would say something, I'd be like, man, people die of obesity, like, you don't want to die. I'm going to be hard on you because I'm not really trying to be widowed at 20. So you're going to the gym and you're going to stop eating KFC. Like, if I'm going to KFC, I'm going on my own. Do you get what I mean? Like, you need to change something. I think it's so much better to like combat obesity at 20 than at like 50. That sounded really hard, but it's actually the truth. Like, obesity isn't fun. It's actually not fun. And I think that hiding behind body confidence and behind acceptance is actually very, very damaging for a lot of people. I don't think people address that enough. You go out with a boy, but then realise he likes lemon and herb at Nandos. Do you know what? This is actually a tragedy. This is a tragedy. For me, this is actually a deal breaker. Lemon and herb, not even a medium. Not even a medium. Obviously, if we're going out for a year and we've never been to Nandos, which would never happen, but say we're going out for a year and we've never been to Nandos, and I find out you order lemon and herb, I would be upset you didn't tell me to start with. I wouldn't blame you not telling me to start with because it would mean that the year would not have happened. Like, deep it, actually deep it, okay? It is so indicative of so much more. It is so indicative of so much more. I believe food is the way to the heart. Now, if the way to your heart is something that's lemon and herb and not something that's hot, that means your heart might be a bit mild. Everything might lack passion. Of course, I'm being dramatic, but I'm also not. Like, at the end of the day, everyone has preferences, and your Nando's fight is part of my preference. Also, if you're like getting to the stage where you're cooking for each other, does this now mean that I have to make 2 separate portions because you can't handle your spice, Barry? Like, sorry, no. Or you'd have to compensate for it. Like, in my head, you'd have to pay so much more than someone who orders a hot or an extra hot at Nando's. You have to add that spice to your personality. You're in a trio, like your 2 best friends are a boy and a girl, and they start dating. Is this fair? It's not great. It is not great, not gonna lie. Because what you've known as like you just hanging out with your best friend is now going to be you third wheeling, or you're not going to want to be third wheeling, and so when they ask you out, you might just say no because you're like, oh, I don't want a third wheel. So it's really annoying and it can change the dynamic. But I think that everyone in that situation has to be respectful of like the other person in that situation. Essentially, if you're in the couple and you invite the other one out, don't be acting couple or PDA because they're just going to feel really, really awkward. At the same time, if you're the one that's like not in the couple and you see them, like say you see them out on Snapchat, don't like take it personally because she's not hanging out with your friend without you, she's hanging out with her boyfriend. So it's annoying because for the one that's left out, if that's like your go-to all the time, even how you act with the boy, you may have to be like, oh my gosh, like am I overstepping my boundary now because it's her boyfriend? So I don't know, I feel like if I was the other friend, I wanted to like start getting closer to some other people because if I'm always relying on them and I have to be like, oh my gosh, do they want to hang out as a couple today or do they want to hang out with me? It's going to get a bit long. So like maybe branch out a bit as well of the trio. Not saying like completely forget them, but just branch out. Remember I was talking to my friends about it, they said that 2 of their friends were dating and when they were all together, they were all friends. Like you wouldn't even think that the others were dating because they were like so platonic, but it was only when they were like in private that they start to, you know, get it on. Obviously it is going to change things, but I think the extent to which things change depend on the 3 people in the situation. You're talking to a guy and find out he has a girlfriend, you confront him and he tells you he doesn't have one and they've broken up. A week later you get a call from the girlfriend. What do you do? There are 2 sides to it, because at the end of the day, from what you know, from what the guy has told you, he is single. If you're just doing what you're doing with a single guy because he's told you, like you've confronted him, he's told you he's single, that is what he is. He's single to you. At the same time, obviously the girlfriend, if they are together, he's probably telling her nothing's happening. So she obviously is trying to find things out for herself. It's a tough one because it's like, do you believe the guy's girlfriend? You don't know her, you know the guy, he's told you he's single, but at the same time, why is she calling you? But she could be calling you because she's hurt, and they're broken up, but she's hurt, and she's trying to like mess up the future thing. It is tough. I think it just comes to a case of like, of the, not the heart, but the heart, like, of your instinct. What is your instinct? Is your instinct that he's lying? Is your instinct that she's lying? If your instinct is that he's lying, break it off, you don't need that drama. If your instinct that she's lying, I'd be like, look, your girlfriend, your ex, your wife, I don't know, she called me, can you tell me what's going on? And if he's been a bit bye, you really don't need drama with someone's ex. Like, you're actually an innocent party in this situation. Either way, like, my senses are going to be doubled. Like, I'm going to be on a higher alert, basically. Like, I may keep talking to the guy, but I'm going to be on a higher alert. Your friend often entertains other guys on a night out, but she has a boyfriend. What do you do? It's weird because obviously it's not your relationship, but that's your friend. The way I see it is if the tables were turned. So if he was often doing things on a night out, she wouldn't like that. So I'm not a hypocrite, because I know that if it was the other way around, she would be coming to me like, this guy's doing this, and I'd be like, what on earth, like, that's not okay. It would not do any good, me telling the guy, and it would be like me being a snake, even though she's not acting right. So I'd be like, look, like, you're not acting right, choose a side. Do you want to be single, or do you want to be with this guy? Realistically, you're going to get found out one day, because someone will see and someone will tell him. It won't be me, but someone will tell him. And if she says I want to be with the guy, she still keeps acting like, fam, that's your own, essentially. Like, you've done your part, so then it's on them. But my boyfriend's mum wants him to date her best friend's daughter. So essentially that means that not only does she not like you, she actually has a girl in mind. It's hard because mums are mums, like, she gave birth to him, so she can always say what she wants. But at the same time, like, at 20 years old, you can't just be doing what your mum wants, because it's not respectful. If she's rude to you and if she's putting seeds in his head about another girl, like, that's not fair on you. So if he's serious about you, I tell him to just have a conversation with her, and if nothing changes, it's really tight. Situations where moms don't like their son's partners are awful, because to the mum, their son is like on such a pedestal. No matter what you do, no matter what you bring to the table, if she doesn't think you're good enough for him, she's often gonna show that in her actions, in her words. And we've seen it in real life, we've seen it in the movies like Monster-in-Law. It just creates such tension. I think there comes a time where the boyfriend just needs to set his mum straight and be like, this is what I am gonna do with or without you. Because at the end of the day, as much as we have to respect our parents, we can't live our parents' lives. Do you get what I mean? For example, like, Candy's mum obviously hated Todd, and she often crossed the line. And Candy was like, Mum, you're actually crossing the line. Like, what you're doing isn't right. Now they've come to a stage where they're civil. So I think you just need to work through it. Looks or personality. What I've actually realised these days, guys, is that ugly guys are starting to get a lot of confidence. Ugly guys with confidence, avoid. Because you know what, you'll give them a chance, and then once they're in, they forget what the order is. They forget who's punching, they forget who is the lucky one. So, you know what, be wary. I actually feel like ugly guys are more dangerous than guys who are good looking, to an extent. At the end of the day, personality, but that's at the end of the day. That's like 11:59. If we're talking like 6 p.m, you know what, looks is kind of, obviously, if you're thinking about like a husband, your child's going to share 50% of DNA with that person, so certain features like height, I really don't want my children to be short, and I'm really short, so like, I really do want someone who's taller than me, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter, but yeah, you know. Like, take short children, like, I'm gonna love my children regardless, but right now, when I'm like 20, I feel like looks can be a bit more important. Later on in life, personality, but right now, I can still afford to be a bit superficial, do you know what I mean? But I would not marry someone because they're ugly. I also find that when someone is ugly and has a good personality, their personality kind of spills into their looks, so they're not ugly to you. Like, the world can think they're ugly, but they're not ugly to you. This is obviously a boring person. Said fish and chip shop, outside slap, or Vialis on a night out. I learned to hate them both for reasons. If I had to choose, I'd base it on like battered sausage versus the chicken was at Bialys and Bialys. Money or friends? If it ain't about the money, don't be calling me up, nigga. I got friends. Friends, obviously. Rich friends, jokes, no. Money is nothing without anyone to give it to. I'd rather be poor with friends because money's not going to give you a good time. Money is not going to call you up at night when you're feeling down, you know? Money's not going to dance with you to your favourite song. Like, come on. I love my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks to everyone who sent in, and just keep sending in because I just want to keep on doing these kind of videos. They're quite fun. Probably do it with someone else next time. Thank you for watching. Remember to like if you enjoyed it, comment, subscribe, share, and stick around and watch any of my past videos. Classroom combos might be there, a random one will be there, and another random one will be there, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.